There we go. Welcome, guys. Mike with EzPhysique. And I know this isn't my EzPhysique shirt. It says Beast, be a saint today to somebody in your life. That's a public service announcement from EzPhysique. But today, above and beyond all that, I've got my guy Carlo Grever on the call with us today. We're going to do a quick interview about his experience inside the EzPhysique program. Carlo, welcome, my brother. How are you?
Good, Mike. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. So yeah, man, I just want to talk about today about what your experience has been with the program. But before we do that, I want you to talk a little bit about you, what you do, a little bit about your life, the fun stuff.
Well, from our last one, everybody knows I'm trying to make the senior tour. I'm a pro golfer. Been doing it for a while now, and got to get in shape to do it. So I met you a long time ago, and we decided to. We've been friends for a very long time, and I saw how you transferred your life and your body, and I wanted to know how you did it. And you told me, and I joined EzPhysique, and it's the best thing I ever did,
Cool.
without a doubt.
So for those of you that don't know, Carlo is a professional golfer. He's an amazing golfer. Told me he shot a 66 today. Dude, I shoot that like on the first nine. Crazy cool. And you're married. Your wife's a doctor, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ileana. And
Yep.
your son started wanting to get into golf and has aspirations as well?
Yeah, he wants to start playing, and he's starting to play, and he's doing really well. He's going to be 10th grade, so he's starting to get it going.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. So you joined the program, but what I want to do before we get to the juicy part, the results and your experience, how you feel now, if you could just share what was going on before you joined EzPhysique with your health, the way you felt, what you were doing, those kinds of things.
Well, I was overweight, big time. I didn't think I was that bad, but of course, everybody that's overweight doesn't think they're that bad. But as you start looking at yourself in the mirror, I was playing in a golf tournament, and the guy filmed us, and I saw myself, and I was like, "Oh my God, I cannot be that big." And I was like, I can't play golf. I can't play professional golf that way. So that's when I made that decision. But yeah, I mean, I was out of shape. I couldn't play a lot of golf, all the time, at a high level. I mean, I could play every day, but at a high level, I mean, there was days where I'd shoot real well and shoot real bad because the energy factor. But I also had a lot of not back problems, but shoulder problems, physical problems. And with this program that I've been on with you in the past 2.5 months, all that stuff is gone. I don't have any more aches and pains.
Nice. I did want to say, if you could talk a little bit about, before the program, what your mood was like what your outlook was. Was it negative? Were you down? Were you positive? We talked about that a little bit, and also talked with.
I was really negative about life, how it was going, negative about how my career was going. I mean, because a lot of people don't know what a lot of pro golfers, we just don't grab clubs off the shelf and play golf. Some people do, but most pro golfers are fitted for golf clubs, and they're pretty much a lot of X flex because we have higher swing speeds. I was getting into a mode where my body was kind of shutting down, and I was getting older. I'm 48, and I was losing speed big time, like bad speed. Where I was doing Mike Romatowski's program, which is very good, by the way. He does a very good job. But I was just so out of shape, I was hurting myself because I wasn't in shape enough to do it. I hurt my arm and I had to stop. But his program is very good for speed. I was doing that. I was gaining speed, but I wasn't feeling right because I was still big. I mean, I was still 200 close to 250 pounds, and that's too much weight, on you. And so what happens is we have X shafts, and I was going and getting slower. So I was changing my shafts to X to S graphite, and I was in that process, and it just threw me out of my shots started going everywhere, because now because I've gained speed back into my swing because of the weight loss, and now I got to go back to my old clubs, which are fine. So so that's
so you talked about, thank you for that.
mm-hmm.
That's really cool. So I'm going to tell you, Carl's 5'11", and he was 250-ish, and he's come down. We'll get to the results in a second, but the mood part, you said you were negative, and that was going on before. What about your energy level? Like after you played, like did you have energy to hang out, or how was your energy?
Real low. I'd go and lay down on the couch and fall asleep, and then wake up and eat ice cream and feel good and fat about everything. And after you eat, you always feel better, but it's not the right way to eat.
Right.
That's guilt eating. And it wasn't a good experience. I mean, it was just very low energy, very low self-esteem, very low confidence level. You get, once it's just everything about being overweight is tough. It's tough because you don't see the end of the tunnel. All you see is, man, I gained 10 pounds this week or this month. Am I going to keep gaining weight, or am I going to stop? And that's the hope. Oh, well, I get to a point where I stop and I don't gain any more weight. Well, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
You continue gaining weight as long as you keep putting junk in your food, in your mouth, So
what I heard was, before 5'11", 250, way out of shape, golf swing speed slowing down, anxiety, low energy, negative outlook on life, those types of things. So that's what was going on before. So now talk about maybe some changes, some things that happened after we started working together. What are some of the things that we changed right away?
Well, the number one thing is, I noticed I would wake up in the middle, not in the middle. I would wake up in the middle of the night all the time. I wouldn't get any rest, and now I sleep through the night. I mean, it's crazy. I don't even wake up to go to the bathroom. I'm out. But I used to have in my left eye. I told you about this. I noticed my left eye. And I'm left eye dominant. I started noticing I was waking up with blurred vision, and I would look, and that's my dominant eye. I mean, I had to putt, and I would see actually two holes. When I would drive, I would see the lines would be two lines. Like if I looked at the direct line, I would see two lines, and I knew something was up. I knew something was going on. But as I have done this program, I don't think I don't have that problem anymore. I mean, it's gone. It's totally gone. It's 100% gone. So I must have been pre-diabetic or something that was fixing to happen. And I see perfectly fine out of my left eye now. I mean, awesome. It's crazy. And, I had aches and pains and a lot of other stuff that, have gone away.
And so that's beautiful, Bob. Thanks for bringing that up, because I forgot about that, you had that vision. And guys, for people watching this, when you become overweight or even obese, and what happens is you become insulin resistant or pre-diabetic or diabetic and not even know it until you go to the doctor. So having those situations causes problems. And one of it is your vision. It's very common, like diabetic people can lose their eyesight. So I'm not a doctor, and we're not saying that was what was happening, but he had that issue where he had double vision and couldn't see things, and now it's better. So Carlo, what are some of the things, what are some of the changes that we made once starting the program? And then we're going to get to the result. Hold on, guys, we're getting right to these juicy results in a second, but what were some of the changes that we made?
Like I don't understand the question. I mean,
So,
changes like what?
right. So when we so you join the program, and then there's some things
Yep.
that change right away. We have 5 pillars. There's eating, moving, resistance, mindset, and immune health. But speak about just a couple of those that we made changes right away in the way you're eating, for instance.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm pretty much eating anything I want. We really didn't change anything. It's kind of hard to believe, but it's just how you eat is what we changed, not what you eat. And that's the beauty of the system. I mean, I can pretty much go and have what I want and be okay. But it's just Mike has shown me how I can eat and what things, different things I can eat. That
Yeah.
it's very simple.
And how has that being able to eat the EzPhysique way? How's that changed? I mean, what is it? What is it? I guess logistically, what kind of difference has it made in your life? Like,
I
convenience.
don't worry. I don't worry anymore.
Nice.
I just don't worry at all. I mean, if I want to go and eat a hamburger, I eat a hamburger. If I want to go have pizza, I eat pizza. If I want to go and eat chicken, oh, have a whole chicken. It doesn't matter. I can have a half chicken, whole chicken, quarter chicken, whatever I want.
Right.
If I get up and I want to have ice cream for the night, I go have ice cream. It just all depends on
Nice.
what you feel,
Yeah. Yeah. So
and
that's very cool. So one of the things, guys, that we talk about in the program is no guilt, no denial. And with that, we have a lot of people getting amazing, amazing results. What about anything else in the program, like resistance, or what have you
the
noticed?
training, the little training that we do, I mean, it's very, 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 very minimal. I mean, that's like maybe 20 minutes 2 times a week, or maybe, I mean, that's nothing. I mean, I could do that walking down the street basically, but it's very minimal. You set out a question the other day on your Facebook. Is it easier to lose weight or sustain weight? And I said both, because it's crazy that people think, oh, well, it's easier to lose weight. Well, it's easier to lose weight, yeah, but it's easy to maintain it, yeah. But what if you could do both? I mean,
Yeah.
think about
Yeah.
it. I didn't do anything for a month and a half. No, none of you did. You didn't do anything for a month and a half, and I lost the most weight I've ever lost in my life in a month and a half.
Don't give
And I didn't
away
do
the
anything.
juicy juice yet.
And I didn't do anything.
That's so cool. So here's what's cool about it, guys. A lot of you guys are, what's this thing about? What's EzPhysique about? And what I did along my journey, I lost 60 pounds using what I teach, right? But I designed it so it's very essential. It's very minimalistic, so it fits within your lifestyle, which goes to the next question. And then we're going to talk about the results. With the way the program is, how intrusive has it been on your lifestyle, or has it been easy just to fit it right in? I mean, what's been your experience?
It was like simple. It's the easiest thing I've ever done. The way you have made this program, it's called EzPhysique. There's a reason for it, because it's easy. I mean, 100%. He's not lying. And it's, I mean, my God, I had a shake with you the other day. We went to work out and I had a shake with you, and it was like 1,300 calories. And I was like, okay, I'll have one, but I didn't care. And it was fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Peanut butter, eggs. I don't know what the hell you put in it, but you put all this stuff in it, and it was good. It was really good. So it was something else. I mean, it was good. So
Yeah. Yeah. So awesome. So that's crucial, because I did design it so it's something that you can do very easy. It works like a computer program in the background. You don't have to think about it, and just do the few things we talk about, and the weight falls off. And I tell people, I guarantee it's how confident I am in it. So here's what I want to do right now, Carlo. I want to talk about results. So talk about the results. You started off 5'11". That was like 244, 245. I don't remember the exact number, but
yeah.
So where are you now, and how long has it been?
Now I'm 217, and I think just over 2 months. So 217 and about 4 inches off my waist. Well, I know it's more than that because I don't know, my pants, none of them fit. So none of my pants fit. My shirts are huge. I mean, I look like I'm wearing sheets, but that's good. I mean, that's a good thing. So
Yeah.
I'm just not going to go buy $2,000 worth of clothes right now because I don't want to do that. So, but I'll just wear the baggy clothes. I'll be a little big, but that's okay.
So, and
That's
what
all
have
right.
you, talk about the reaction that you're getting from just people in your everyday life that haven't seen you?
Well, like I hadn't seen a guy in about 2 months last week, and he was like, "Man, you've lost a ton of weight." And I was eating like huevos rancheros with what the hell did I have? I had huevos rancheros with potatoes and beans and 2 corn tortillas, and he was like, "But you're losing weight eating that?" I said, "Yep." He was like, "You got to be kidding me." I said, "No, I eat this every day almost." I said, "When I'm hungry, I eat. I mean, it's no big deal." And he was like, "Come on." I was like, "Yeah." And this guy weighs about 250 pounds, 60 pounds. And he's like, I don't believe it. But I said, "Well, you're sitting here talking to me. I'm eating."
Yeah.
So he was like,
So
so
okay. So let me get this right. You dropped, I don't know what that is. I mean, we track it, I know, but it has been weekly. But if I'm doing the math, it's been
about
uh,
27 pounds.
27 pounds in a little over 2.5 months, right? Or so. Right at that. I think we're right at the 2.5 month mark. 27 pounds? That's amazing. And you're not having to give up the foods you love, which is amazing. But I want to talk about, in addition to that, I want you to talk about the difference. I'm going to go through each of these individually, but what's the difference been in your energy?
Whew, all the roof.
Say
The
that
biggest
again.
difference, out of the roof. The difference is, when I get like yesterday, it was 115 in Marble Falls. 115, my car said. Probably 110. Let's just say it was 110. Not the actual heat. The actual heat was probably 100, but it was hot. And I was playing with some guys and they couldn't finish. And I was sitting there like, you know, I can finish. I mean, that's a big thing. I mean, a lot of people, that's what I couldn't do. Last year, I felt the heat because I was overweight and I really, really felt the heat like bad. This year, yeah, I can feel the heat, but it's not stopping my performance. And that's the key for me. I mean, for
So,
anybody.
so your energy, I'll say, you're down 27 pounds in 2.5 months. Your energy is through the roof. I thought I heard you say, or you said out the
Mhm.
roof, through the
Out
roof.
the roof, but through the roof, into the roof, whatever you want to say. It's up there.
And, and talk about your outlook. Before you were negative, down, grumpy, where are you at now?
Now it's great. I mean, my attitude is great. I I know if I can do this, I can do anything. And and
Yes.
um, so there's days that I go out and I won't have the best of days. I'll shoot 2 over on the front, but I'll shoot 5 under on the back because the outlook is okay. Well, it's no big deal. It's just golf. I mean, but before I would shoot 2 over and I wouldn't have the energy to shoot 5 under on the back. There was no way. I had to get my under par and then hold on, else I was dead. So now it's just a totally different outlook. So
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Very nice. So those have been those are big changes. If that was all there was, you're losing 27 pounds in 2.5 months. Your energy's through the roof. Your outlook on life is not negative, not a depressed position, but more of an optimistic, right? And by the way, we were hanging out with you guys the other night, right? And your wife was saying some very, very cool things about you, about how positive you are. It's just, she's like, I can't believe it. It's just a world of change. And that's amazing. So you did talk about something that's really important. There's a lot of people that are, when you become overweight or obese, there's a lot of snoring and it turns into sleep apnea. And that's a super negative spiral that leads to other health concerns. How has your sleep been? And you mentioned it earlier, but I want you to touch on that again since the program now. And are you snoring? Are you having any sleep apnea? Are you waking up?
The doctor, before I started the program, wanted to do a sleep study on me, and I didn't do it. You know, I know I had to do it, and I know I was starting to snore. I'm sure my wife was telling me, but now she says I barely snore. I mean, not like I was, and sleeping through the night. So, yeah, it's been great.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I wake up with energy. I mean, the other day we went and I think I waxed my wife's car around 3 o'clock in the middle of the heat in the garage. I was fine. You know, back then there's no way. 3 o'clock, I'd be out sleeping if I had time to sit on the couch and do nothing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So I do have another question for you. What would you say, Carlo, to, by the way, those of you joining, we are here with Carlo Grever, professional golfer, aspiring to get on the senior tour. He's about a year and a half out. And he had, severely overweight, 5'11", 250, obese, depressed, no energy, all those kinds of things. And after joining the program, he's dropped 27 pounds in just 2.5 months. Energy through the roof. Those are his words. Positive outlook on life. He's sleeping through the night. So I want to ask you, Carlo, what would you say to the guy or the person that's watching this? They know they're overweight, they're obese, they're depressed, they can't sleep, they know their health is unraveling on them. What would you say to that person right now?
change your life. Join EzPhysique, because I didn't think there was hope. Really, I didn't. I mean, I don't want to spend 5 hours in the gym every day. I don't want to do that. B, I don't want to eat like a rabbit, lettuce and tomatoes all day long. And C, I don't want to live my life. When I want to eat something, I want to eat. You know, and that's the beauty of this program. But if you can change your life, change it, because you only get one. You only get one chance in life. And if you give up on life, then you might as well just go to the top of the roof and jump off, because that's where you're just, and I don't want to be negative, but that's you giving up, you have no hope. You're gonna end up either dead or having a heart attack or not very healthy. So never give up. Don't ever give up. And that's the thing that I would always tell people: don't give up. You know, don't give up on life. It's not a big change, and it's simple. I mean, it really is. It really is.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how easy is it? Because one of the things I noticed in doing this, so many people have lost weight and gained it back, lost weight and gained it back. And that negative cycle starts creating negativity in your mind. Like, I don't know if I can even do something or stick with it because I don't believe in myself anymore. So for that person that might be feeling that or thinking that, what would you say to them as far as on a 1 to 10, how easy is it to do this program and stick with it?
10. That's how easy it is. Simple. Let me tell you something, folks. If I can do it, anybody can do it, because I love to eat. B, like I said, I don't like to work out, so it's tough. I mean, Mike came over here and gave me some workout tips the other day when we were talking, and I mean, I was like, Mike, I really don't like doing this, but he was like, well, you have to do it. You know, I was like, okay, so I did it, but my legs are a little sore, but I mean, it wasn't difficult. It was really easy. And it's not like we spent 2 hours in the gym. We spent 10 minutes? That was it. So
yeah,
it's not that hard. It's not that hard. And if I've done it all, I've done every diet known to man, South Beach, and all of them, I've done it all. And yeah, I lost weight. I lost 5, 10 pounds, 20 pounds. And I have one piece of cake and I gain it all back. I mean, it's crazy. I'm going to give you a piece of, I'm going to give you a little piece of what I did. I went out the other night and ate. I had ahi tuna. I had, what was that? Mac and cheese. Mac
Okay.
and cheese. I had ahi tuna, mac and cheese, and tomatoes. And then I had carrot cake. What? I had carrot cake and didn't gain a single pound. I actually lost weight that night. I went from 218 to 217 and I had cake. So think about that when you know, how many people would go on an Atkins diet and eat all that meat, come home, feel bad because they feel sluggish the next day, and then eat a piece of cake, and guess what? You're off the keto and you gain the weight right back.
Yeah. Yeah. Carlo, that is so, dude, you don't even know. Thank you so much for sharing that, because it's what you just said is so insightful. Because when people eat something they want, if you're on, guys, if you're listening, if you're on a fad diet right now, I'm not going to list any, there's a million of them. If you're on a fad diet, the word diet means you're going to get the weight off and then go back to what you're doing. And the negative thing associated with that is when you in denial and you have something that you're told that you can't have, like cake, like bread, like whatever meat, like whatever it is, if you're told you can't have it, it creates this thing that when you want it or you eat it, you have guilt. If you can't have it, you're denying it. And it's this thing that you have to fight all the time. With EzPhysique and the way our program is set up, you can eat the foods that you love, and you're not, you can eat those foods. So there's never any denial and there's no guilt.
No guilt.
This is a freedom thing. And the reason this is so important for you to know is that there's nothing to quit. And if there's nothing to quit, it makes it easy to stay with the program. And that is one of the big differences with EzPhysique and anything else that's out there. And we've had so much success with all of our clients. And Carlo is just a shining example of that and what he's been able to do in 2.5 months. So we're going to, one last question and we'll be done. But I wanted to ask you, so where do you go from here? You shared some pretty freaking cool goals with me. So if you could share a couple of your goals that we talked about and why that's important to you.
Like professionally goals or what?
Well, professional, and you shared what your ultimate goal was. Remember you brought your.
Yeah. Well, my professional goal is to, of course, make the senior tour coming up in about a year and a half. Whether I do it or not, it's okay. But I want to give myself the best chance of doing it. But that's goal number one. Goal number two is, you know, I need to fit into this suit my dad bought me that I wore maybe twice when I was about 100. I lost a bunch of weight a long time ago. I was running 5-6 miles a day, killing myself when I was a kid, working out 10 hours a day. I mean, I was crazy. But I went down to about 160 pounds. And of course, you know, I got married and gained it all back, and I was up to about 250, and that's it. I mean, it's not worth it. I mean, it's not worth doing all that. So I bought a suit. My dad bought me a suit at the time, and you know, my dad passed away about 4 years ago, but I'd like to get in that suit for him to see me one last time in it and look up and say, hey, I'm in it again. See what he says. So
Yes. Man, brother, thank you for sharing that, Carlo. And I knew your dad. Your dad was an amazing man. Cool guy, very patient, loving guy. And that's an awesome goal. And we talked about it, man. I got you. We're going to make that happen. It's going to happen. And you're well on the way. So I do want to wrap it up. And guys, first of all, I want to say, if you're watching this, guys, don't give up. Just like Carlo said, I love you saying that, Carlo. Don't give up. I know it's hard. I've been there. Carlo's been there. I was 60 pounds overweight, depressed, super anxiety, no energy, sleep. I mean, you name it, I had it. And we don't anymore. We're living in a better place. So there's hope. Don't give up. There's a better way to do it. If any of you have questions, just reach out to me. We can have a conversation, and I will give you some suggestions of some things that will help you to gain some momentum in your path. I also want to just say seriously, heartfelt congratulations to Carlo Grever. What an amazing story. He's a champion, guys. He's a champion. And his first step to being a champion is he said, enough is enough. I'm making a change. I'm believing in myself. I'm going to get started. And now, not only him, he's enjoying the fruit of that decision, but also so is his family, so is his wife, so is his son. Guys, his family. I know a lot of you are dads. I'm a dad. And it's what made a difference. And now my kids saw me go through the changes, saw me lead the way. And now they're doing the same thing, which is beautiful. Same thing with Carlo. So
one last thing. I went to this tournament meeting that we had to go to before we went and played. And I was always the fattest guy in the room. I was one of the fattest guys in the room. Well, we went the other day. I'm not the fattest guy in the room anymore.
Yes. Yes.
So it's a good feeling when you see that. And then when people come up and say, hey man, are you losing weight? And then they see me eat a hamburger and they're like, well, you don't lose weight that way. And I'm like, yeah, you do. EzPhysique. And they're saying, so it's funny. It's funny.
It's awesome. Brother,
So,
again, thank you, Carlo. You're an amazing man. You're amazing. And again, this is what I'm passionate about.
Hey, Mike, thank you, because without you, it doesn't work. That's the key. You're the key. If there's a key in the whole thing, it's you. And people, he's phenomenal at what he does. He really is. He really is.
Thank you, brother. With that, guys, this is Carlo Grever. Watch him on the tour. Look him up on Facebook. I don't know if you have an Instagram, but you can. If you look up Mike Ahlers, you'll see Carlo. He's one of my friends. Guys, with that, that's been it. Just wanted to share with you some results from the program. Again, Carlo's a champion. I feel honored and blessed to have him in my life and be able to support him and encourage him along his journey. With that, guys, we're out. Easy peace and EzPhysique. Carlo, thanks, man. Have a great night, man.
Thanks, Mike. Take care.